Hey guys, it's Somber Shadow 001 back at it again with the video games and back at it again with Destiny 2. Now, there has been a leak for year 4 of Destiny 2, and this technically, I guess, works as a part 2 to the video that I just made before this most recent video about when I think Destiny 3 will be and when the collapse will be. So it looks like from this leak, which seems pretty credible. I don't remember the exact person who did leak it, but he was right about a lot of stuff before. Um, he or she basically said that the pyramid storyline will be year 4 of Destiny 2. He said that it's going to be immediately, just right out the gate, pyramid ships are going to come. The name that he said is called Destiny 2 The Collapse. They mentions 2 new areas, which is Europa, which I mentioned in the last video, which is an icy moon of Jupiter. It's not far from Io. And a place called the Finality, which is inside the main pyramid ship, where we will fight the big bad of that expansion, which will be the darkness. There's a physical embodiment of the darkness that is a cloaked female figure, which we've seen, of course, that resembles the one in the pyramid ship in Shadowkeep, as well as the final chest in the Garden of Salvation raid. And so that's the darkness, but that character will go by the name of the Winnower or Winnower, which is mentioned in, I believe, the Unveiling lore book, which is what you get from the unknown artifact from the pyramid ship in Shadowkeep. I believe they call the Traveler the Gardener, or at least the entity of the light is called the Gardener. We don't know if it's the Traveler or not, but that's what they said. They said that there will be darkness abilities, maybe subclasses. They said they're not really sure. They did mention that there will be a raid that will have you go inside the Finality to, I would assume, fight the Winnower. But that's really all we know. And then he said that the story of this, it's a very big expansion, something like they said, like Forsaken size, which if that is true, that is really, really good. I would love something that is Forsaken size, because Forsaken was probably the biggest expansion we got within Destiny 2. I think Shadowkeep was definitely smaller um, than Forsaken in terms of story and in terms of just content afterwards, especially with that, because you had Raid, you had Blind Well, you had Dreaming City, you had Exotic Quests, you had Adventures, which was, the main story missions. So, yeah, it's fair to say that this is going to be a very, very big expansion. But yeah, he talks about that. So there's no Old Chicago. There are the enemies, which is the Veil, which we knew about for a while. And that's it. That's all we know. That's all they mentioned. So there's not really a lot to go. They said, I believe they described the inside of the Finality as that unused concept art that I mentioned. Just look up unused Destiny 2 concept art. It'll probably be the first thing you'll see. It's like green. You'll see green fangs coming out of it. It looks like darkness. You'll see pyramid ships in the sky. That is what he's saying the Finality will look like, or at least very close to what the Finality will look like. So what do you guys think? This is gonna be a very short video. So, what do you guys think? Do you think there's gonna be anything else, anything big? There was no mentions of exotics. Of course, there are never mentions of exotics with these leaks, especially not until we get way closer to the reveal or release. But he said, I believe he also said the reveal will be in 2 months. So it is April 13th right now. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I'm just gonna point this out there. It's my birthday today. It's April 13th. They said in about 2 months, so in June, we will be getting a expansion. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And Abogando, las luces.